Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Welcome to this week's episode of the Dada's Show, coming to you from Radisson Blu Hotel and Residence Arboretum here in Nairobi. I'm your host, Ashiko Mbune. As you can tell from our matching outfits, it's Christmas Day and Christmas celebrations are well underway. So some of you went up country to visit with your loved ones. Others took that very coveted trip to a holiday destination and you're just enjoying yourself. Others actually went to their places of worship, to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior. So thank you so much from wherever you're joining us for joining us today on this episode that is running on Christmas Day of the Dada's Show. So today we take a break from our usual conversations and we take a walk down memory lane. When you think about Christmas Day, what comes to your mind? What's the first thing that pops in your mind? I remember growing up, Christmas Day signified new clothes, new dress, new shoes, and I would almost be, not go to sleep on Christmas Eve in anticipation of that outfit. I think one Christmas I actually wore my outfit to bed. So the excitement and the anticipation of going to rock that outfit the next day used to, that is what I remember when I remember about Christmas Day. So joining me today to take a walk down memory lane are two ladies who are no strangers to you. They have always entertained us with their unbridled talent. They've been on the screens for very many years. Now, before we get into that, before I introduce you to these wonderful ladies who I am in complete awe that they could actually take time on Christmas Day to sit with me, I will always urge you to take part in this conversation. What are some of your fondest memories of Christmas? When you look back, ask your brother, ask your sister, ask your relatives, whoever is there, and of course share with us what that is on all our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1. Before we jump into today's conversation, let's take a look at the following feature.
Christmas is one of the most joyous ceremonies among us Christians. It is celebrated every year on the 25th of December. The festival marks the celebration of the birth anniversary of Jesus Christ. Every culture that celebrates Christmas also has its own festive ways to make the holiday special. Some of those involve dishes or treats that only appear once a year. Others give gifts that carry a particular meaning, and still others decorate in a particular way, hold festivals, parades, or parties to ring in the season. In Kenya, the transport sector experiences an upsurge in business, with the majority of the population traveling up country to reunite with their families in celebration. Christmas is a time for family and togetherness, merrymaking, and also a time for sharing with the poor. This is a time of the year that all Christians around the globe take a break from their busy schedules to recognize the birth of a Savior by celebrating with loved ones. While most make merry, others lack the privilege of having a decent meal. Those Christians that understand the meaning of the season come out to share meals and celebrate together with the less fortunate, for that is the reason for this season.
So back then, tulikuwa watoto, we used to, at least mama sipokunulia nguo ya Christmas, hiyo ni vita. Lazima kupikwe chapo, we eat at least, neighbor ajue tunakula chapo na pilau hadi sisi. Yeah, so I miss those days. And like now. Hello guys, my name is Tracy and I would like to wish my Kenyan family, everyone, my best friend, my church workers, my fellow church co-workers, my mom, my dad, my sisters. So remember this being a festive season. Take care of your sister, take care of your brother. Tushe wote tukule pilau. Let us meet next year. Bye. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Mariam. I would like to wish a Merry Christmas to all my Chinchanji family. Merry Christmas, everybody.
My name is Phoebe Nduta.
My name is Ruben Keguta.
My name is Martin Duro.
And we are the Martins family. And we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry
welcome back. So as mentioned, I have a very exciting panel joining me today. So to you and I, she's the legendary magistrate of one of Kenya's favorite courtroom drama, Vioja Mahakamani. But however, according to the government documents, she goes by Madam Lucy Wangoi Geshomo, a veteran actress par excellence. And I'm so happy that she's going to be joining us today as we discuss Christmas. Karibu sana, Magistrate.
Asante.
And next to her, we have Becky Longlegs, aka Nana Tandala's sister, Miss Drama Queen herself, an actress par excellence, and actually my own personal friend. And she is an actress for the Kalasha Award-winning show, Kina, Miss Karemi Njage. Karibu sana, Karemi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Of course, I cannot fail to acknowledge my wonderful audience who took time from their busy schedules and their celebrations. They tore away from their kukus and their chapatis to come and sit with us today here at Radisson Blu Hotel and Residence here at Arboretum to discuss Christmas. So let us just start off. You know, like I mentioned, most of us know you as magistrates. Hata saizi umesalimiwa, nimeona watu wakipiga selfie na wewe hapa magistrate. But your government documents, they call you Lucy Wangoi. You know, so tell us a little bit more about Lucy and what you remember. What are some of your fondest memories about Christmas Day?
Lucy Wangoi was born in Ziwani, Nairobi. Mimi ni Nairobian.
When the original wale kabisa.
Miaka kadhaa zilizopita.
Yes.
Si sasa juzi. Na nimekulia pale Ziwani, nimesomea pale Ziwani. Tuseme everything of mine nilifanyia pale. Because my parents walikuwa ni business people pale Kariakoo market. So kila kitu yetu tulikuwa tunafanyia pale. Na nimekuwa nikijua kwamba mpaka sasa niko mtu mzima nikijua Christmas ni kitu muhimu. Muhimu sana kwangu. Kama kwa watu wengine si muhimu, kwangu ni muhimu. Because ikifika Christmas naisherekea vile inatakikana. Kama ni hizo chapati tulikuwa tukipikiwa na mama yetu na mimi nazipika. Kama ni hiyo kuku na make sure kuku haikosi kwa recipe. Kama ni mahamri.
Mapochopocho yote.
Asubuhi kwanza kabla mjafika lunch lazima mnywe chai na imewekwa tangawizi na mahamri. Alafu kuna ile sasa kusema asubuhi kwanza tuende kanisa. Tukienda kanisa nikiwa mdogo nilikuwa naenda kanisa, nilikuwa naenda St. Peter Clavers. Hiyo ndio kanisa ilikuwa inajulikana ya Catholic. Siku hata Holy Family Basilica haijajengwa. Ujue sisi ni wale wa zamani, wale wase. So tulikuwa tunaamka asubuhi saa 12 tumeoga. Kila mtu jana usiku nguo yake ushapiga pasi, umeinyoosha, asubuhi ni kuoga na kuvaa na kwenda. Kitu fani ni kwamba mamangu alikuwa pia naye nikaa muakta kama mimi. Ananunua nguo na anaficha. Sasa anaficha asubuhi, Wangoi amka uende. Mimi siendi. Kwa nini? Mimi sina nguo, naenda kanisa kufanyaje na sina nguo?
Kila mtu akona nguo mpya, mimi sina nguo.
Sasa mimi mama. Kumbe madhe ameficha nguo. Alafu anasema, sasa ule mtu ataoga number 1 ndakimbia biashara street nguo. Na unajua biashara zamani ilikuwa ikiitwa bazaar. So unajua ilikuwa ni duka za Wahindi. Na usiponunulia mtoto nguo bazaar hujamnunulia.
Kabisa.
Sisi mamangu alikuwa naamini bazaar ndio kuna nguo. Sasa mimi nikisikia nguo ziko naruka kwa kitanda naenda naoga, na nguo ikitolewa hiyo nguo bei yake siku hizo ilikuwa ni vigumu kuiafford. Viatu kawaida ilikuwa ni sandak, hakuna viatu za maana, sandak tu hizo, bora uwe na za red. So tunaenda kanisa, after church tunatoka hapo, kulikuwa na duka za Wahindi pale, tumepewa kila mtu 10 cents. Unavunja inakuwa 5 cents ni ya sadaka na 5 cents ni ya kununua vitu za kula.
Ndio.
Ndururu. Sasa tunakuja tukinunua hizo nini za Wahindi, ladu, zilikuwa zinaitwa ladu punch. Tunanunua, tunakula. Tukiwa wengi from Ziwani. Tunakuja, tukifika hapo, sasa kila mtu anaenda kwao. Mnaenda mnakuta chakula inaandaliwa. Sisi wote tunakaa pale, chapati zinawekwa, chakula kila aina. But hata zinawekwa unakula, lakini akili iko tu tuko na group yetu ya Ziwani. Tulichanga pesa hizo ndururu mpaka zikafika shilingi 3-4. Hizo shilingi 3-4 tutakwenda tununue soda, tununue biskuti, tununue mandazi. Kulikuwa na mandazi na uzokari yako inatosha hivi. 10 cents. Hizo vitu tunanunua tunabeba na mkeka. Sisi hao City Park. Hapo ndio kilele cha sherehe sasa. Na tuko na ka record player kengine kadogo tumebeba na
kile kanafanywa hivyo.
Basi tunakwenda tutandika, tunaweka hizo vitu zetu hapo, tunaanza sasa kusherekea.
Kabisa.
Na tumealika vijana wale rika zetu. Tunawaambia kuna tea party. Wanakuja. Tunacheza dansi. Tunakula hizo machips zetu manini. Hizo siku ukisikia chips unaona kitu kubwa sana.
Ilikuwa kitu kubwa sana.
Kubwa. Hata kuiafford ni shida. Ukitoka unaambia mamako nipe 15 cents nikanunue chips. Na chips ya 15 cents hata huwezi maliza. Mnakula tu mkiwa wengi na mnashiba. So tunaenda City Park, tunakula alafu tunaanza kuswing. Kulikuwa na swing. Kuna nyani zinakuja pale zinaiba chakula zinapanda juu ya miti.
Kwa sababu ni City Park zimejaa.
Sasa zilikuwa zinakuja zinatuibia chakula zinapanda juu ya miti. Na nyani za siku hiyo zilikuwa ni nyani fani. Ziko juu ya miti zimewaibia zinacheka. Sasa unashindwa sasa. Okay, ilikuwa ni raha kwa sababu kulikuwa na wapiga picha wa zile picha za hivi wanasema simama hapo karibu na nyani inacheka. Unapigwa picha. Na ukienda kama hapo lazima umealikwa na kakadi kadogo kwa zilikuwa zinauzwa kwa Wahindi hapo Ngara. Unaambiwa Lucy, you are here by invited for a tea party. Na unaambiwa keep time.
Keep time.
Yes, very strict. Na unafika pale. Mukifika ni chai na mkate zimepakwa siagi. Hakuna mambo mengine.
Hakuna mambo mengi.
Wakati wetu kulikuwa kuna vinywaji hizi siku hizi watoto unaona mtoto anakunywa pombe. Sisi yetu ilikuwa ni soda na juice. So tunafanya hivyo, tunarudi nyumbani jioni, tunakuta tena madhe amepika chakula ya jioni. Mnaambiwa ule mtu anataka kula aende akaoge kwanza. Na mnamuogi kwa bafu, hakuna bafu, mnaoga pale nje kwa nyasi.
Na hizi zile karai za chuma.
Za chuma bwana. Na maji ni baridi. Na wewe kwa vile unataka kula, unaenda fanya haraka piti hata ukirudi madhara kwa hebu toa hiyo ukitoa mgongo haina maji.
Haina maji.
Unaomba second round. Urudi tena ukaoge paka Okay, yetu ilikuwa ni kama ukatuntu. Manake kila mtu kwa ukiuliza mtu kwao jana wewe ulipofika home kulikuwaje? Madhara alikuwa ameleta tu wageni wengine hapo wanaboa, wageni saa zote tu ni wanasema lete hiyo bia, wanafungua tu mabia hapo. Sasa hata wewe huwezi ongea. Ukitaka kuongea madhara kwambia nyamaza ama mnaambia endeni mkacheza hapo nje kwa stima. Unajua zamani kulikuwa na stima nje kubwa. So hakuna giza, hakuna kulikuwa na nafasi ya kuchezea. Wale walijenga hizo estate, walijenga wakijua kuna watoto, kuna watu wazima. So kulikuwa na mahali ya watoto kuchezea, kulikuwa na pahadi mnaweza kwenda mnakaa kwa nyasi nzuri. Kila siku nyasi zinakuja wakijua Christmas imebakisha wiki moja. Nyasi lazima zinyolewe.
So hiyo ilikuwa indicator moja kubwa sana. Ukiona
wamekuja na ni kweli Christmas imefika. Nyasi zanyolewa na mashini kama vile kichwa ya mtu. Wananyoa na wanazikata kama vile za kata roli. Pale nje pamefagiliwa. Kesho mkifika Christmas hakuna vumbi, hakuna nini, walimwaga maji usiku. Unaona? Lakini sisi huko watatu na shughuli. Mtu analala tu kufikiria kesho City Park. Alafu unaanza kufikiria vile utasurprise mabeshte wako na zile nguo umebaiwa.
Na nguo mpya.
Ati safari nimewaweza. Sitavaa longi, navaa dress. Na dress imenunuliwa Biashara Street. Na iko na lesi hapa. Sasa nani kama mimi? Hakuna. Sasa tunaenda baada ya hiyo Christmas ina extendiwa. Tunapelekwa Kaloleni. Uncle wetu alikuwa akiishi Kaloleni. Tukifika kule tumeandaliwa. Sasa si watoto tunaambiwa watoto pale nje tumetandikiwa mkeka hapo. Hapa ndani ni wazee. Na wazee wako na mabia, wako na nini na nyama choma wamechoma hapo mbavu za mbuzi. Sasa sisi wajua ukiwa mtoto unapewa nyama hii
kadogo hivi.
Nyama moja kwa sababu wewe ni mtoto, unaambiwa wewe ni mtoto. Unatishwa unaambiwa watoto wakulagi nyama sana. Ukikula nyama sana hata hiyo nyama ilichinjwa hii inaweza kukujia. Sasa hata wewe unaogopa hata hiyo moja utaki kula hiyo nyama isinikujie. Sasa kitu tulikuwa tunapenda ni kuku. Lakini nyama mpaka unakuwa sasa hata ukijua nyama si nzuri. Lakini ilitusaidia, si unaona hata imetusaidia manake si
mpaka wa
nyama.
leo unajua saizi tukikuangalia, so wewe kwako magistrate indicator ilikuwa unakumbuka City Park, unakumbuka nguo mpya, chapati, mahamri
na party,
tea party kwenda kwa anko huko Kaloleni. By the way, you know, you almost feel like you were there, and there was an excitement to all of that. It was a whole festivity.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious to hear what Karemi's Christmas used to be like. Karemi, when you know a little bit more about Karemi Njagi. You know, today we're putting Becky Long leg somewhere here at the back. So Karemi Njagi. Or you know, tell us a little bit more about yourself, and then tell us what was Christmas like for you growing up.
Okay, well, I was born and bred in Nairobi, grew up on Riverside Drive, moved to Langata, then Upper Hill. So Christmas for us, one thing my parents did was make sure holidays, you're never in Nairobi.
Yes.
We used to be sent to my grandfather's place in Embu.
Yes.
Everybody. And my granddad was a polygamist,
Yes.
3 wives. Many children.
It's a full quorum.
Yes. So now you're there with your cousins, your aunties and uncles. And so these guys are like in high school, others are in college. Then there are the guys in primary school. Some of them, your aunties and uncles, are even your age mates.
Yes.
So you can just imagine. It was full house.
Yes.
Each and every holiday, and Christmas was no different.
Yes.
So you close school on Friday. There was a Hospital Hill. So you close school on Friday. Saturday morning,
Embu.
Kedere village, there, Omar's digs, ndio sisi tumefika. First thing you do, shoes out. You know, because you want to be like the rest of the kids.
Exactly.
Until you step on another thorn that's shaped like a star.
Ooh,
you feel the pain here in your heart.
I know it, and it is
that
so
is now
painful.
when you know you're
in
Embu. Yeah, you're at home. And one of the things that I remember about Christmas, jacaranda trees were always in bloom.
In bloom.
So you see, jacaranda trees, purple, Christmas. Yeah. No, because we were too young, we couldn't attend the midnight church service with everybody else.
Yes.
But we used to struggle to stay up. Yeah. And we even shower and dress ahead. We have to go there. We have to go for that service. Because my uncles and brothers used to make it sound like so much fun. And I'm sure they were just up to no good.
Yes.
A lot of mischief.
Yes.
Well, nothing really godly, I'm sure, happened.
In that service.
Yes. But I mean, the joy that, you know, the excitement that would be there. So my cousins and I are like this, on the chairs, out. The next thing we know, my granddad has come. And he'd give everybody a piece of honey, you know, like from the comb itself.
From the comb itself,
yes.
Wow.
So you just knew, this guy had gone to harvest honey not too recently.
Yes.
And surely it's Christmas morning.
Yes.
So now when my aunties wake up, now Christmas Day, my parents would come from Nairobi.
Yes.
Yeah. And my mom would always bake a Christmas cake or a Christmas pudding. You know that one with the ram, the brandy, raisins? She'd always have that. And then there was that bread that was like this size. Yeah? So when you see that bread also,
it's Christmas.
Yeah. Because at my grandfather's place, we didn't have bread.
Yes.
Yeah? It was ugali, tea for breakfast. You know the ugali you had last night?
And it's
delicious.
Like a nonsense. It is that's the thing.
Kwanza, that tea that has been brewed with sugar.
Yes.
Over firewood.
Yes.
Just this smoky scent.
I keep feeling like these kids, by the way, to some level, there's an authenticity that used to come with Christmas in Shags.
Yes. Yeah.
That you really used to know.
It is.
And anyway, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Yes, please go.
So now, as my friend here, Lucy, has said, Christmas is new clothes, new shoes. So now that was when now my parents would come with the clothes.
Yes.
Hey, my friend. So that my cousins have already gone and dressed up and then
waiting for you.
Yeah, so my mom used to, that time, Biashara Street was not really the thing. It was deacons and juries.
Juries.
Yes. Now here's the thing. The day before, you know, people are describing to you the clothes that they were bought.
Yes.
Then you realize you are all bought the same thing. No, seriously. That was the thing with deacons and juries. One design, yani,
One design.
for the whole country, it was Kenya uniform. Everybody, you are there saying, mine has polka dots and sijui lace overwear. All of us have the same
Everybody
dress.
has the same dress.
So now, these chapos, and let me tell you, those chapos were not even at chapati za kurasa. These days, people are insisting sijui layers.
Yes.
No. Those chapos, were thick.
They were
like
so thick.
this.
It looked like
it's like a
naan.
flat dao.
Yeah.
You know, it is that thick. You know. Then, it was like a flat mandazi.
It was like a flattened down.
Yeah, they're so thick. But I still get fascinated at how my aunties used to do this. Like 6 of them. Pop. You know, nakakama santuri zile za nini here. Jukebox. Shwa. Then
Mixing, yes.
Yes. So now they've done the cooking. And then there was another chicken my grandmother used to make.
Yes.
Well, I've not tasted that chicken. I can even taste it right now. That chicken was to die for.
I'm sure people at home are looking at their chicken and wondering, does it taste like Karemi's grandmother?
It didn't have. It was no frills.
Yes.
Kuku kienyeji, kitunguu,
Nyanya, mafuta, kachumbi.
Na kabizari.
No.
Kuna kabizari kengine hapo ka yellow.
Sijui ilikuwa inaitwaje. And obviously, moshi.
Yes.
The firewood.
Yes.
Hey, that chicken, my friend. We used to eat. First, I've even forgotten to tell you. So now, see, we have to shower for Christmas.
Yes.
Remember, we are where?
You're in Embu.
So you showered. You get your Rexona bar of soap. Lotion for who?
Oh, yeah. And it was the black Rexona.
Rexona.
Okay.
That one. Or whatever
Rexona
soap.
was green. Protex was black.
Yeah. Whatever soap, that is plus your lotion.
Yes.
Maji kidogo. You're shining, but if it rains on you, my friend,
You'll slide.
ile povu utatoa.
Wajaribu kukausha kauki.
Huwezi. So then now after that, yani we'd eat, and soda. Kwanza tarino.
Eat tarino, a very big one.
Yes.
Till here.
And
not
babito.
these two small ones.
No. And
no.
it's like there was no Coca-Cola up country those days. It was
Tarino
Pepsi,
and 7 Up.
7 Up,
Canada
babito.
Dry. Canada Dry.
Yes, those ones.
Wow.
Those are the ones you'd find up country.
Yes.
So another thing for me was, it is not Fanta, it is Tarino.
It was tarino.
Christmas. Let me tell you, would eat, you walk like a car without a center bolt. It's like this.
looking for the closest place to actually just go and pass out.
Yes.
You know, now Karim is still on you. Now when we are here busy talking about some of the traditions that you know people carry, we now have a clear picture for both of you what Christmas look like. Now, as you are growing and you have families, what are some of the traditions, actually? Maybe we can start with you, Magister. What are some of the traditions that you have carried from vile ulilelewa mpaka saa hizi? Ni nini you've decided, I'm not letting go of this, it's too important to me?
I'm still buying new clothes for my wajukus. Still making them chapati, the best chapatis, and the chicken. Sometimes taking them out for lunch, but that's not tradition. It's me now. So bado naleta hiyo.
So ndo una ensure that kile wanajua wataendelea wa pass on mpaka kwa watoto wajukuu wengine wote kabisa.
Wote.
Thank you so much. Now, we're looking at things that you're carrying on. What are some of the things, Karimi, that you wish could just be stopped? Because I mean, over years, some things end up turning out to be a bit mundane. Sometimes they're not useful. Sometimes they're a little bit backward. What are some of the Christmas traditions for people who are watching at home and they're still practicing, and say Karimi has a question mark in regards to that? Yes.
Can we first do away with Christmas entirely?
We cannot do away with Christmas.
No, like the Grinch who stole Christmas.
Oh yeah, Karimi the Grinch.
No, okay, but one of the things, like, I mean, as you've heard, for us, Christmas was about family.
Yes.
And getting together with, it may not be like your immediate family, like with Lucy, it's her neighbors, the people she's grown up with, that's her family, yeah? For me, huge family, yeah? But it was more about the family. You get your new clothes,
Yes.
yeah? Sometimes were not necessarily new from the shop. It could have been a hand-me-down from
an older sibling, yes.
Lakini kwako ni mpya. And those days children used to be hit,
Yes,
so
yeah.
you take it or you leave it. Or cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So but for me, the whole commercialization of Christmas, this whole thing, spending so much on presents and siju you must go where, trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know, kwanza these days of hashtag blessed, hey, hashtag I don't know what. It bring back
Christmas.
the reason for the season and its meaning,
Yes.
which is the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's not about all these other stuff that people go out of their way to do.
Yes.
Then, I mean, especially like now, then you hear kids committing suicide because they were not given a certain present.
They were not given a certain present. They had a list about some PS. Parents are breaking their back so that they can be able to look for money to. And I like what you said. And you know, I think that's a very nice segue to our break before we come back. We don't lose the reason for the season.
Yeah.
You know, it's about family. It is about coming together. It's about celebrating the milestones and being here together as a family. It's really not about what you were bought, what you were not bought. I think all of us, we were all relishing on new clothes.
New clothes.
Just new clothes.
Yeah, that's it.
Nobody was sitting down and talking about, oh my God, I need to be bought for a new car. I need to be bought for new jewelry. So children and parents, whoever is watching us from wherever you are, you need to be able to cut your parents some slack. You need to be able to cut your guardian some slack. If they were not able to get you something, they are mere presence in your life. I think in the grand scheme of things, that is present enough. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back for the question and answer session. Don't go away.
My name is Delight Wafula. I want to wish my family members, my mom, my dad, my siblings, everyone a Merry Christmas.
Okay, my name is Arthur Gura Ogada. I just want to wish the whole Gura and Ogada family, clan in general and in particular, a very Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to the Dada's show. Now we are on my favorite part of this show, which is the question and answer stroke comment section. So I'm sure during the break, you guys had an opportunity to relive. I'm hoping that grandparents were able to share their experiences growing up in regards to Christmas. Parents were able to share, even the younger generation. And speaking of the younger generation, our audience is quite diverse, and we do have a few young people. You know, most of the time here, we have a common denominator here, and we've been talking, our experiences have been similar. So it's time for us to hear from the younger generation what Christmas is like for them, what they would like to see happen in the future. Is there some form of nostalgia? Do they wish anything was different for them? So we will start off today with Jordan. Jordan is 21 years old. So Jordan, tell us about what do you think about when you think about Christmas? What is Christmas like for you?
I think in our generation, Christmas is a little less special because things that like chapati, things that you guys like celebrated only for Christmas became like an everyday thing. So like for my family specifically, we don't do something so special. Like the mornings are normal, we'll have like a normal breakfast. Maybe we'll have breakfast together, but even that is dependent on if we wake up at the same time. And then maybe we'll go out for lunch or maybe out for a normal dinner, and that'll be it. Like, yeah.
Now, Jordan, how does that make you feel in regards to when you're hearing about our larger than life experiences, minus the chapatis? I mean, the chapatis we can't deny. Nowadays they become an every other day thing, but minus the chapatis, but the celebration and the excitement and the family, you know, closeness. How does that make you feel?
I wish I could understand that feeling of, oh, I'm going to see my grandparents, but like I really can't understand I wish I understood the feeling of that. Oh, it's such a special event.
Yes.
But I think now Christmas is more of, oh, we're going to take, cute pictures, even like new clothes. It's not exactly something I associate with Christmas
Jordan, you
anymore.
know this dress of mine is new. You're making me feel sad. My dress is new and I'm old, so, and I still have to. But I understand, and I do, and I think we will touch a little bit on that. We'll come to you, Judge, a little bit later to find out. How can we, because I do feel like maybe perhaps they're missing out, but maybe I'm the one who thinks they're missing out, but you don't miss what you don't know. But Jordan, thank you so much for that input. At least it's interesting, that is the view that the young people have in regards to Christmas and the festivities. So thank you, Jordan. So we have somebody else, I think we have Saetwa. Saetwa has a story for us.
Thank you, Ashiko. I am also grateful to meet you. I knew you when I was young. I used to watch Vyoja Makamani. I'm actually very surprised you laugh. I knew you are a very serious person.
I know.
I'm a normal person.
And I'm glad to know, like, we almost had the same similar experience for Christmas. Because even us guys, we used to do that family thing where we go to church in the morning, similar outfits, like you said, Karemi. Then in the evening or afternoon, you have lunch, the chapatis made by your aunties. But me, I was someone from, for my dad, like I used to sit next to him. When he's chinjang that mbuzi, I'm next to him there. I get the first piece when it's ready. I used to love that experience. Then the soda, we used to play with the sodas, like when you're shaking them.
The shakers. We'd make shakers with the bottle tops. Oh, or that one for like this.
Then the soda, you shake it.
Oh my God! Yeah, I get it.
On each
and
other.
splash on everybody, like
and
what they do with champagne.
We had white dresses. We used to be given the white dresses with the palms.
Yes.
That we didn't like. We used to go home looking like homeless people because we were all dirty. The parents were mad, and they don't want to see us to sit with them because they were doing their things and us children doing our things. But it was a very wonderful experience. I wish. Yeah.
Zilikuwa zile za gorofa.
Definitely. You used to have those.
That
then
was
you
Christmas.
have the palms. Then the
socks.
The
socks had a thing over here, like a white thing, a thing like it. I don't know what that thing is, what monstrosity that is. But there was a
It looked like a pom-pom.
It looked like a pom-pom.
I remember those things so well. And sometimes we used to hide them away from my mom because my dad used to get us a set of shorts and t-shirts.
Yes.
And me and my sister are more of tomboys than, the princess.
Na sasa umevalishwa nguo ya ghorofa.
No, umevalishwa nguo ya ghorofa. So we used to hide them to have short na t-shirts saa zingine. When we want to annoy mom, we wear the dresses so that tuchezeane nazo soda zichafuke asiwahi nunua tena. But it was a very nice experience. In fact, my childhood friends used to do the Christmas with. Some of them we keep in touch, but it's too sad we don't have those experiences in Christmas. Nowadays you find it's just you and your family immediate, or you or your friend, you go out somewhere, you come back. There's no that family closeness.
Yeah.
Or you just go, maybe one of the families goes to the grandmothers. It's not like anymore. Everyone is busy nowadays.
Everyone is doing their own thing.
Everyone is doing their own thing.
Yeah.
There's so much beef in the family. It's so sad. I hope it could come back.
Yeah. I like that, and I'd want us to also address that with the panel as we keep going. There's something you've mentioned about beef, and and people having problems. And Christmas, before Christmas would always be looked at as a time for you need to put your issues aside. It is Christmas Day. It is mandatory. You have to come and get, you have to get along with whatever cousin you have a problem with. So you find a way of mending those bridges. But now, because of the geographical distance and the fact that nobody really celebrates, the closeness anymore, people are having family feuds that are lasting decades. Because at that time, I think it used to be difficult for family feud. And we're not talking the really deeply entrenched ones. So maybe like I talked to Karimi, is my cousin, and I stole her dress or something of a sort. We would know we'll have to fix it before the next holiday. But now I can just comfortably sit and say, you know what, it's not like I'm going to see her either way. I don't have to interact with her, which is something that maybe is a little bit sad. Thank you so much, Saetwa. We will move to Juliet. I think Juliet also has an experience that she would want to share with us. Juliet, karibu sana.
Thank you. So for me, Christmas, I think like Christmas is one thing we don't look up to. We don't wait for it in my family, because all our life it's been, we wake up at around 11, 12. My brother and I, because we were two before we had now our last born who is 2 years. Yes. And we'll wake up, mom is already at work and it's Christmas Day. So we knew if we have to see mom, it's way later in the day, she'll come do the cooking. But the best thing is that we just understand that, because for us, most people who are my mom's age, their kids are still small. Because my mom got me at 15. Yes. So you can understand a 15-year-old having to raise a child. So it's just something else for us. We don't have grandparents, so we don't have to go anywhere. And for us, because we've been raised up, it's just us, just the two of us and mom. We are like, if our other cousins are meeting up, my mom is so protective of her kids. She's like, watu ni wengi, staki your crowdedness. And for us, we are like, for me, I tell my mom, I'm not going to sleep on anyone's bed. I hate it even when my cousins come over. Please, just know where they'll sleep. I'll not sleep with anyone. So Christmas is different for us. Yes. And we are usually happy because in as much as other people enjoy going to shags and stuff like that, it's me, my brother, and my mom. And it's genuine.
You're a family as it is.
Yeah,
by the way,
it's so intentional. Like, we don't have to make my mom not go to work on that day because we want to go and see Auntie Flani and stuff. We just feel like it's okay. We understand you, mom, because January will come and we'll have to go to school. Who are we looking up to provide that school fees? So we feel like it's special. And the other thing is that, like, buying Christmas clothes, my mom will always give us clothes 2 days prior to Christmas, and then she's like, hii pesa mjue chenye mtanunua. And she's like, if you go there and the money is not enough, just call me. So we just feel like it's awesome because someone doesn't have to buy us clothes that we don't like.
That you don't like.
It's something we are comfortable with. And there are days we even decide, we might buy clothes afu unatembea unapatana na mtu amevaa kama hiyo.
Amevaa hiyo so kama like, sisi. Yes,
kesho asubuhi so kesho asubuhi tukiamka tutaenda tununue. And then for us, we don't wear those clothes on that day, because tutashinda home. So hiyo Sunday yenye itafuata after Christmas, that's when we wear our clothes. We just feel like Christmas is sort of normal, but it's family time for us to bond with us within ourselves
as a closed unit.
Yeah, not an aunt who've been far and now it's like you're trying to come because there is a celebration. That's when we are trying to bond. I just feel like that's too fake and I don't want that. But I was also thinking in the aspect of right now we are only 3 siblings in my house. Like, why don't I get married to someone who kwao wako kama 7 or 10 so that if we are meeting, at least I feel like it's just as family, you and your wife and your kids. It doesn't have to be an aunt we no longer talk, an aunt who is so far.
Well, thank you, Juliet. I mean, well, that's a perspective. That's one way to look at it. I think we also do have to acknowledge that over the years, the relevance of Christmas, you know, keeps on changing, based on as much as the family dynamics change. So I'm starting to feel like those two are not mutually exclusive. If the dynamics of a family change, then I guess the importance and the relevance of how people celebrate Christmas also changes along with it. Thank you so much, Juliet. I mean, that's actually quite an eye-opener, you know, I think for especially us guys who had a very different upbringing. So we are learning today. So thank you, Juliet. I think right after Juliet, we have a question or a comment from Anto. A question or a comment.
Thank you very much. I'm Anthony. So I have a question. Our magistrate said that nowadays, because she experienced the Christmas those days, she takes maybe her grandchildren to out, maybe for lunch. So my question is, as parents, and for us who are becoming also parents in days to come, what should we do? And what should we do so that we can go back, even if we are now modern? What can we do to make sure that we also experience that feeling even in these days?
Okay, that's a wonderful question, by the way.
What I can say, it depends on the family. You know, maybe the family doesn't want to celebrate Christmas with the kids or with a lot of people around. Maybe they want to have it by themselves, the family. Because like me, my daughter is a Muslim. Yes, and the kids are Muslim. But when it comes to Christmas, we must come together. There's no Muslim, there's no Christian. Tunasherekea tu sote. Na ikikuja siku yao ya Idi, we are there. Even me, I'm there because of my daughter. So it depends on the way you are brought up. If the family was celebrating Christmas, why not you and your family? Yeah? You keep the fire burning. Or there are some people who just decide not to do it. Yeah? Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a movie. Twende tukakule nje. Anything, it's you.
I come from a very big family, as I said earlier. On my dad's side, there were actually more than 16 children, but very many. And then everybody, I think the smallest family had 2 children. So it's 3, 4, 5, very many of us. But with time and, well, dynamics in the family, we don't meet as much as we used to meet. And I know you people are probably also wondering, there were no mobiles and all that. How did we do it? Guys were like homing pigeons. Christmas is everyone goes home, yeah? So, and also for us as a family, that was now when my grandfather would sit his entire family down. They talk their business. Children were given their advice. We're introduced to our relatives because we're many. You might go marrying your cousin and you don't know, yeah? That sort of thing. But that has changed. So these days it's more of the nuclear families getting together. The once in a while, maybe we'll be invited to an auntie's place or whatever. And then there's also been a lot of death in the family. So that also now kind of makes the family split up even more. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Karim. Now, actually, still on you. What are some of the things, because we appreciate that families change, the dynamics change. But what are some of the things? Because you know, I sort of feel like disregarding Christmas altogether. It's almost like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Yeah. You know. So what are some of the things that we can be able to keep and instill and mesh so that we don't have Jordan feeling like, oh my God, this is such a hassle, because we also do need to go with the wavelength that they are at. We cannot force these things on them. But what are some of the habits, maybe both of you guys can tell me, that we can instill in this generation, in the younger generation, to sort of bring Christmas back? I think we should have named the show Bring Christmas Back, you know, and the real spirit of Christmas, which is togetherness, which is unity, which is family, despite of whether you're 3 of you in your family or 10 of you in your family. What are some of the things that we could do?
Well, when you listen to this generation, you'll realize that very many parents do satellite parenting. They're not with their children all the time. It could be because of work, maybe the family broke up or whatever. But parents should take time to spend special time with their children, especially like over these holidays, because that's how you create the memories. How then you'll sit one day and you'll be cackling like hyenas on banned substances, saying, hey, remember that Christmas. It's making the effort to be there. You don't have to get the new clothes. I mean, these days, pizza is like every Sunday. You don't have to have that special meal, but do something. Go to Uhuru Park and ride a boat. Is Uhuru Park open?
The Uhuru Park is quite
It has been opened.
I think. I do not know. Is the Uhuru Park open?
Oh, okay.
It's
so
open.
next week, Uhuru Park is open. Yeah, just
next
do
week, yeah.
Do something different. And by the way, it does not have to cost so much. It does not. Because, you know, another thing you'll find that is restrictive is money, because it has all become about money, the whole commercialization thing. It doesn't have to be that much. Just be with your kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quality time, you see. Quality time, I believe, has never been, you know, it does not have a price tag on it.
Exactly.
Quality time, go and sit and spend time with your children, because I think the commercialization, and it's something that I think would be discussed on a broader platform, you know. Of course, big companies have to make their money, but we are moving away from the essence of Christmas, which was spending time with people. We have our final question from Mr. Julius.
My question is to Kairemi, and you say your dad had a quite number of children. So, out of children were expected to be at the, maybe out of children were supposed to meet up at their grandparents' home. And due to that large number of children, and obviously will come with their kids, and unlike our days, where nowadays we just use WhatsApp, and there's a group for WhatsApp for cousins, for uncles, aunties. Like, communication is so efficient. How are you able to mobilize that everyone will be able to show up? Maybe, and you said, I remember you said that you are meeting up country at Embo. Yeah. How are you able to communicate with the aunties, the uncles, everyone, to make sure that he attends and they attend during Christmas?
Okay.
Yes.
So first, it was my grandfather who had very many children. He's one who had 3 wives, many children. Not my
Not
father.
your father.
No.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it was like an expectation. You did not need to be called. And then we did not have mobiles, and not everybody had a landline either. And by the time post office gets you that letter,
it's already the next year.
Yeah, but you know, it was just something that we knew. Christmas is spent at home. Yeah? And I mean, and there's no discussion about it. So for us, 25th would be at my paternal grandfather's place. Then on 26th, we go to my mother's side of the family. Yeah? But people just knew. Christmas. You see how if you go to Machakos Country Bus, that place, the way it is full around this time. Because people are like homing pigeons. They must go home. And what are you doing in Nairobi over Christmas? There's no hakuna raha Nairobi for Christmas. It was at home. Yeah, so it was an expectation.
I think it was an expectation. It was also tradition. It was routine.
Yeah.
And by virtue of there is no way you can cancel, you had to show up.
You had to show up.
You know, it had to be something that we were doing. If we're going to Uncle's in Kaloleni, we had to go to Uncle's in Kaloleni.
Yeah,
if we're going
no two ways about it.
There's no 2 ways about it. And maybe perhaps, you know, and let me, you know, perhaps play a little bit of the devil's advocate. Do you feel like that lack of consistency is the reason, you know, we are looking at the death of Christmas?
Well, there's that. Again, society's dynamic has really changed. Family units have also become smaller. We've got more broken marriages today. So people are very fragmented. It has become, and then we've gotten this me. It's all about me. Yeah?
Mtoto amefikisha 18 years.
Ndio. Yes.
Kuitwa sijui na wazee twende sijui tunaenda wapi family. hawataki.
Yeah, when they hit teenage there.
Anakwambia mie niko na mobi yangu pale inaningoja.
Sasa na mipango yangu.
Ameshajipanga na mobi yake inamngoja. Kwanza kuna mjukuu wangu ananiambiaga, we nyanya we wacha. We chukua hawa wadogo. Mimi niko na plan zangu. So unaona huwezi mlazimisha ati sasa vile si tulikuwa tukifanywa. Saa hii wote ni wajuaji. Hawa. Huyu huwezi mcontrol umwambia ati sijui nitakupeleka sijui sinema sijui wapi. Anakuza sinema ya nini?
Si ako na simu.
Anakuambia madhe mimi nataka kwenda bash. Mjukuu wangu ananimega nyanya leo tuko na bash. So kucontrol ni ngumu, si kama zamani. Zamani ukiambiwa kesho ni Christmas hata wewe ndio unafurahi sana. Itafika saa ngapi?
Na hata hizo hata iko inamaanisha ati una miaka 18 ungekuwa na hiyo 18 yako.
Tunasikia
ukiambiwa kuende hivi ndio utaenda.
Hawa tunasikia the whole family yao ilikuwa ni Oshago.
Whether you are working in Kapsabet, yes, I got relatives
utakuja
there. You will travel. You will find a way to get to Embu. And it was not as easy as today. There was another bus called Riakanao.
You know, I went to primary school in Embu. And I remember Riakanao.
That bus
and I think when you're thrown into Riakanao, you start really wondering, wazazi wangu wananipenda kweli? Well, ni nini? You know.
Yeah, and then those face me matatus. Ideally, it's a 2-hour drive, but man, you'll get to Embu after 6 hours.
Yes.
Because that bus will stop everywhere. Mara the tanboy, the wheel has come out. There's just so much drama.
There will be livestock in the car with you. Kwanza now, Rekemarie, now for those who do not understand, Rekemarie is let them talk. So you're facing each other. So, and I know there are people, so you can imagine that the hassles that people used to go, and we even see it till date, to be honest. When you go down to country bus just before Christmas happened, you'll go to country bus and, the fares have been hiked. And perhaps those are even some of the things that are stopping people from traveling. Because the fares have been hiked, but the program, the MO is still the same.
Yep.
You will find Kinambukinya, Easy Coach, Rekemarie, all of them with chickens at the top. People are going up country to celebrate.
I don't get that story
of
furniture.
I don't know who is always being brought for chairs every Christmas, but someone is always being taken for chairs. Na magodoro ndo hizo sasa. Oh wow! Well, I think that's a very good. That's a very nice place to actually end the show, and we have finally come. We've come to the end of today's episode, and it's time for us here to actually go and look for chapos and to also dig into some of our chicken. Now, before I leave, I'd like to share something with you guys. Christmas means different things to different people, but personally, to me, the true spirit of Christmas is the togetherness. It's thinking about other people aside from yourself. It is a moment of reflecting, and it's a moment where you become selfless, where we forgive each other, where we come together. We take stock of what is really, really important and how we can become better versions of ourselves. To me, that is the real spirit of Christmas. It is not about what I have been bought. It is not about what I have not been bought. It is not about who I'm not talking to. It's about taking stock of the year that has been and being grateful that we are here, celebrating friends and family and the people around you who mean something to you. So before we leave, I would like to give my wonderful panel an opportunity to wish their friends and their family Merry Christmas, considering that, I'm keeping them here away from them. So, yes, Magistrate.
Oh, first, I would like to wish my daughter, Gomi Hadija, and my grandchildren, Amal, Abshir, and Shakir, and my best friend, Mama Kayai, Mary Havere, and my sister, Consolata Wanjiro, and Esther Modoni, and my niece, Njoki, and I won't forget my brother, Jomo. Yes, wishing them a Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year.
Yes.
Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you so much. Mama Kaya, even me, have said Merry Christmas.
Me too.
Mama Kaya, yes, Karemi.
Mami Tandori.
Now you
Mami, I'm here. I'm on TV. Merry Christmas, Mami. You're that one. That one, eh? Kiveremende Kiangoro. That is you, my mother. Caesar and James, my brothers, you guys are just the best brothers anybody could ever have. Brian, child of mine, super son, Merry Christmas. And to my nieces, Aritha, Njoki, Ramba, Joy, and Jazz, you guys make our lives so, so special. Merry Christmas to all of you. And to all Kenyans, Merry Christmas. Be safe on the roads. Have a happy, prosperous new year. And let's remember the reason for the season. And don't do anything Becky would do.
We're not going to do anything Becky would do. Becky is not the benchmark of good behavior. So I'd also like to wish a Merry, Merry Christmas to my son, Kefa Collins Kahuthia. I would want to wish a Merry Christmas to my loving mother, Agnes Njokinyaga. My father, George Kimani. I would also want to wish a Merry Christmas to my brother, Jonas and Franco, and our extended family. Thank you so much for the support thus far. So, of course, on behalf of my team at KBC, our location partners, Radisson Blue Hotel and Residence Arboretum here in Nairobi, and myself, Ashiko Mbune, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Please stay safe, drive safe, do not drink and drive. If you do happen to overeat, Inopia Nidawa, I wish you all the best. I will catch you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.